In this video, I want to share with you guys on how I do a quick check-in with myself using art. Personally, this has helped me ground myself and gain more clarity on my feelings, my emotions. You can actually use this exercise in many different ways, like before starting your day in the morning, at the end of the day before bed. You can use it after work. I also used to use this a lot before I see my clients for art therapy sessions. You can also use it to process a challenging or conflicting situation in your life, when you want to gain some clarity on your emotions, or simply to ground yourself. That being said, in this exercise, you will need any drawing materials you have available. Today I'm using oil pastels, but you can use color pencils, markers, and so on. For this self-check-in, I actually do recommend using dry art medium because it's less fluid, so it can be easier for us to contain. And you will need paper. The size is up to you. I actually cut a 9 by 12 inch paper in half and then drew circles in it to get started. This size works for me because this is enough space for me to express myself as a quick check-in. And like I mentioned, you can also pre-draw the circles so you can use them regularly. So before we begin the art making, you can take a seat with your feet rooted to the floor if possible, and just check in with yourself, with your body. This can help center ourselves and feel grounded in our bodies. And from here, we can do a few deep breaths. Now, as you get into the art making, you might know exactly what you're feeling and know exact colors that you can use to express that. But also, sometimes we might not know, feel unsure and unclear of what it is that's going on within us. And that's okay. The power of art is that through the process of art making, things can click within us, things might emerge for us. So I encourage you to trust the process. For me personally, I've been feeling a little bit unsettled, especially as an art therapist, on the meaning of art and art therapy and what lies beyond the definitions of them. So I'm not sure exactly what my emotion or my feeling is at this moment. So I'm gonna try to go with the color that draws me in and see what unfolds for me. Different colors and shapes can be our expression of our inner world of that moment. So it's helpful when we fully engage in the art making process, while at the same time be an observer of that process, however this means for you. Any kind of intellectual interpretation or criticism, I'm trying to leave it behind until later so that I can fully focus on this creative process. We all have our own ways of processing our emotions and making sense of our inner world. As I'm drawing, the word growth is coming into my awareness. So I'm trying to see if I can somehow represent that in this process. As you create, you might notice some of your thoughts or feelings somehow getting more organized or clarified, or other experiences that takes you to a better understanding of yourself and your inner world. Interestingly, as I'm creating, I'm noticing my thoughts and my emotions somehow becoming more clarified. I can't really identify exactly what it is or how it happened, but I do know that it is from this focused process of externalizing myself on this paper. You can continue on with this process. If you feel completed with your art, you can do a short reflective writing on the following 3 questions. The first question is, what do you see in your art? Could be colors, forms, movement, whatever that you notice with your eyes. The second question is, what does your art mean for you personally? So it is up to you on how you process this. It might be a logical way of identifying the meaning of the colors, for example, or maybe just an overall insight that surfaced for you in the process. So trust yourself in this process because we all have our own ways in which we gain meaning and insight through art. For example, for me, this work I created means a balance between security and expansion. It had me think about how our world is a constant dance between what is already known and what is unknown or unexplored, yet to be known. And it feels like a constant dance between what is and what may be, and how we all contribute to this flow of creativity, creative consciousness that we all have. So the third question is, if you could give the art a title, what would it be? Thank you for tuning into this video. I hope this shared some level of creative inspiration for you guys. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. I would also like to hear from you in the comments what it means for you personally to create art. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.